Okay guys, we got another product review and a little project we'll be doing with this propane torch. This is a big propane torch. It uses a 20-pound propane tank. So we're going to open up and see what's inside here. I got this from Harbor Freight Tools the other day. That's hard to open there. See what's inside here. What you get? Got the torch. Looks like it has a valve on here. You can open and close for the gas, and then you squeeze the trigger. And this is the torch that they have two different ones. One has an electronic ignition. This one doesn't have the electronic ignition. You just use a barbecue grill lighter to light that up. Looks like it's got a fitting on the end there with a hose, and that hose is probably about 5 or 6 feet long, I'd say. And it's got looks like it has an O-ring in there, so don't put any thread tape on here. Just tighten it on there. It looks like it has a reverse thread on it. I'm just trying to turn it on there, and I noticed that it's a reverse thread. Comes with directions, mostly safety instructions in there, and a couple wrenches for tightening this hose up here. So what we're going to do today, we're going to burn some weeds off with this. I've got an area that was really weedy, and it was a sage grass mostly. So we're going to burn that sage grass off. If you burn it off, it'll kill the seeds, and then they won't germinate. It won't be so weedy. So it looks like the wrenches, there's two different sizes. So I tried this earlier, and this silver wrench doesn't fit on there, but the gold color wrench fits on it. And so this one's just more for holding it while you're tightening it. And get that on there, and then this is the other end that goes in your 20-pound tank. So we're going to try this out. We're going to do a little film of us using that. So it looks like here it has a turbo blast for a burst of extra heat. I guess when you squeeze this handle, it's going to flame up real high. Be like a flamethrower, I guess. Heats over 3,000 degrees. Anything else on there? So, other uses, it says control weeds, clears ice, sidewalks and driveways. I thought I saw something when I looked this up on their website. It said something about heating up asphalt and tar and stuff like that too. Just it's going to rain later today, so we figure it's a good time to use this before it rains and gets everything all wet. So we'll get some footage using this in a minute. Alright, this is the area we're burning today. It's kind of sage grass grew up all over in here. We're going to stay away from them wood piles there. But we got the burn started. She's doing the raking. She's kind of raking away from the fence so it doesn't burn into the fence. We'll do a little bit at a time, but this is how the weed burner works. You light it and it just kind of has a flame on it. Then when you squeeze this handle, it it's a big torch, and I got to move back a little bit. Alright, we got a little bit of a burn going here. So this is it's almost like straw. this grass mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant a little bit of a garden in here. I'm going to take the tractor and plow this up a little bit. I'm going to put pumpkins and watermelons in here this year. But, first I want to get rid of most of the sage grass. It's just a mat of grasses. So and let that burn. This area here is going to be where she's got all the grass piled up here. Once that catches fire, it's going to go pretty good. We're doing a little bit at a time, taking it slow. There's nothing really where it can spread because on the other side of this fence is all green and moist. Just got to worry about these leaves over here and keep it away from this big wood pile. But other than that, it's kind of sectioned off by itself over here. There's no other dry grass except for this area. So, all right, it's come along pretty good. It's inching long. It's actually going a little slower than I thought it would. There's no wind today. It's absolutely quiet. And what we did was we raked all along the edge here and right up into here. Fire break. Raked it all clean down to the dirt. We got all that sage grass here. A ring around us here. They must be doing spring cleanup. I see prisoners out on the road. Off in the distance, there's a police car and prisoners in the road cleaning up. That's going pretty good. I'm going to have to restart the fire over here. It's kind of petering out. I think it's damp enough that it's got a low, kind of a slow burn today. Okay guys, the propane torch worked great for burning off the sage grass and weeds and stuff we had in that little location. The only thing that I didn't like about it is you have to lug around a 20-pound propane tank with you. So if you're just using it to start a fire, you might want to get one that runs off a smaller propane tank. I mean, it worked okay for what I did because I would just start the fire and then let the fire burn on its own through all the sage grass and stuff. So it worked good for that. But if you're going to lug it around a lot, I'd get one that doesn't run off a 20, runs off a smaller one.